Hi everyone. Thank you for coming. So, just a little heads up. These first four slides that you're going to hear are recorded outside the meeting because during the meeting I forgot to press the record button halfway through. So if there's a little skip in the middle, don't worry about it. It still has all the information you need. It's just yeah. Okay. So thank you for watching this information. We'll just be going over some logistics, scheduling, and that kind of stuff. Things that are important to know before joining the workshops. Yeah. So a little information about what Teach to Learn is. Um, Teach to Learn is essentially a student-run nonprofit organization that me and Ashton started a couple years ago, which is that is basically dedicated to helping young students discover their own intellectual interests and passions outside of the classroom at an early age. To give a little bit of background, as high school students ourselves, when we were going through the public education system, we realized that in junior high, middle school, while the education system does a great job of teaching core subjects like math, science, language arts, there's often little room for I guess exploration in different topics that many students would be very interested in, like computer science, debate, medicine, and that kind of thing. And we just wanted to create an organization that gives these students the cost-free opportunity to essentially access those resources and learn from experienced mentors about those different areas. And yeah, so I guess that's what we'll get into in this presentation. So to give a little bit of a formal introduction, my name is Alex Stang. I'm currently a student co-founder and the president of the organization. I'm
Mhm.
also a high
Mm,
school senior.
Yeah, and my name is Ashwin Mehta. I'm also a co-founder, much like Alex, also a senior, but I'm the vice president of TeachLearn.
Okay, so to talk a little bit about how these spring workshops will work, um, they'll be going on for 3 months, from March to May, and each month there will be three different workshops held on three different days of the weekend: Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Um, yeah, so this March we'll be hosting a game development workshop, or CS, a debate workshop, and a simplified calculus. Those are the ones that you are currently registered for if you filled out our form that was sent a couple weeks ago. But as for content of each of the workshops, for many of you who were with us before, we'll be doing things a little bit differently. Um, each workshop is going to be much like last time, much like it'll be activity based, but now for with a few exceptions. All of these workshops will have some kind of project end goal, meaning that by the end of those 4 or 8 weeks you'll be working with this workshop, you will have completed some kind of project that kind of marks your capabilities in that subject. For example, in the first game development or CS workshop, by the end of the 4 weeks, you'll be in it, you'll have been able to create your own hangman game in Python. The goal with this kind of structure is basically to make it as interactive and engaging and fun as possible. Because who doesn't want to learn how to build a game? I think that's something that all of you can kind of relate with and be interested in. They will also be less than an hour long. Um, they will be so that it's not going to be like you'll just be sitting at a computer screen for 2 hours straight listening to us talk. There'll be all activities, fun, with mentors who make jokes and that kind of stuff. And finally, they'll be interactive with many of them having some of them having guest speakers, or some of them being in person, or just having projects for interactive appeal, I guess. Um, yeah.
Yeah.
And one final point is that all these workshops are going to be led by experienced high school students who have extensive experience in each of the fields they'll be teaching. Me and Ashton, we've had extensive experience in computer science and machine learning, so we'll be great mentors for those workshops. But we also have 50 other mentors who have very different experiences, very different expertise in things like debate, calculus, investing, medicine, environmental sustainability. So for those workshops, those mentors will be taking the lead for those, um, basically making it as good as it can possibly be. Do you have any other questions?
Not really. So when we post this YouTube video, all of the links that you see here, so here you can see a link to the detailed schedule for the March workshops. We'll put that in the description,
Yeah.
so you can check that out for yourselves. Also, we do have that on our website, and if you signed up, there should have been an email that sent a registration, all the information you need, like the schedule and other things such like that.
Okay, so at this point now, this is where it cuts off, because this is at the point where I realized, or Ashton helped me realize that I didn't press record, so there's going to be a little jump, but it should be fine.
All right, cool. Yeah, we can go to the next slide.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Discord, as we've said in the email, and as you saw in the registration, is the platform on which we'll be hosting these workshops. So many of you may not know Discord. Some of you may know Discord. The way Discord operates, and I'll show you in a bit by doing a little bit of a demonstration, it's very similar to Zoom in that, everybody can get on one call and, voice chat with each other, do video chat with each other. But there's also this added benefit of different text channels and, different embedding technologies and features we can use just to make this more interactive and engaging. So in order to use Discord, it's not necessarily like Zoom in that you just click a meeting link and then you'll join. It's pretty much like something you have to join beforehand. And every time you want to join a meeting, join a workshop, you have to go to the Discord website and navigate to our server, or pretty much you'll be able to tell as I do this demonstration. So if Alex, you can give me, okay, you've given me screen recording permission. So I'm going to start sharing my screen, right? Okay, so can everybody see my screen as of now?
Yeah, I can see it.
All right, good. So, Alex, can you put this link in the chat? This link has already been sent to you guys before in the email, in the registration, but just to make sure, he can put it in chat also. So let me just show you guys how exactly to join our Discord server, so you're prepared before the workshops. And it's really important you do this before your first workshop, or else you probably most likely will not be able to join because it's a little bit confusing. So I clicked on that link, right? And it's navigating me. Uh-oh, the invite may be expired, or you might not have permission to join. Okay, I think I know why. It's because I already created an account and I'm trying to test it. So let me do one thing real quick. Okay, let's try this. Okay, no, that's not it. Let me try copying the link. Sorry guys, give me 1 second. I was doing a test run and I think that confused it up beforehand. So I think if I, and you guys can see this new tab, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully it should work. Yeah. Okay. So you'll be sent to something that looks like this. It's essentially sort of like a gateway to get into the server. So if you haven't created a Discord account before, the first thing it'll ask you to do is prompt you for the username. So let's just create a username called Teach to Learn Test. All right, and then you just press continue. Verify that you're a human by clicking on that. All right, so then what will happen, let's wait for it to load, is that you will be led to something like this. So all you have to do, uh-oh, why is it not responding? Okay, well anyway, all you have to do is enter your email here, whatever that may be, a password. For some reason, the text fields are not responding. on my thing. I'm not so sure as to why. But essentially, as soon as you get your account, it should lead you into the server. Um, and when you do that, um, you'll have access to the Discord server. So everything will be out in front of you. Let's see if I can log into my real account and show you sort of what that looks like. So um, I'm back here. So I've already created an account before, so all I have to do is log in. And the page I was previously on is just discord.com. So let's see. Okay, even this is not working. Um,
Do you need me to?
of course, this happens when we try to present to everyone. Yeah, maybe Alex, you can kind of show what the actual layout of Discord looks like.
Yeah, I got it.
So I'm gonna stop sharing.
Um, 1 second. Let me. Yeah, sorry for those technical difficulties, guys. With pandemic stuff that kind of happens. Okay, so make sure. Okay, here we go. So basically, if you guys have the app, this is what it would look like. It's basically the same as it's the same thing as the browser version, no difference. I suggest maybe getting the app so you get notifications easier, but otherwise, it's the same thing. So basically, once you're here, right, you basically go to like maybe a home page or something, and then on the left side of the screen, you'll see the Teach to Learn logo. Don't mind this one. This one's an old one. Don't worry about it. It won't show up for you. You'll see one Teach to Learn logo. Okay. You click on this logo, and then basically what you'll see is this whole interface. You'll find that, okay, what you'll see is you have a general chat here. This is where announcements, this is where I post a bunch of different announcements for workshops. This is the general voice chat. And then here is where the separate workshops come in. This one is a computer science, and this one's debate. So let's say on Saturday you're going to a computer science workshop, and let's say it's at 5 p.m. I forgot exactly the time. Um, let's say it's at 5 p.m. So what you would do is essentially at 5 o'clock or whatever time the workshop starts, you would just click on CS group 1, and then there you'll see, okay, you're in the voice room. What's most likely going to happen is around 5 minutes before the workshop, you'll see a bunch of mentors in there already. So you'll know exactly which one to go to. So you don't worry about, finding the exact one, but just know that at 5 o'clock, you're not going to get a call or anything like that. You'll just be prompted to, okay, at 5 o'clock, click this, and you'll be automatically in the voice room. And that's about it. If anyone has any issues with joining the Discord, please text me on the remind or email me. I'll respond really quick. I basically check my email on an like 30-minute basis at this point. So
Yeah.
I'll
One thing I do want to add is, again, this is pretty different than a regular Zoom call. So in a regular Zoom call, right, let's say you have one Zoom meeting one day, right? You click on that link to join the Zoom meeting, and then you leave the meeting, right? The other day, let's say you click on a different link, right? In our case, the only thing you have to do to get back to this Discord platform and to join the workshops is just to go to discord.com. Since you've already created an account on Discord, you already have your own sort of setup. All you have to do is go to discord.com. You click log in on the top right corner. Sometimes it'll already be logged in for you, depending on if your login information is saved or not, and it'll lead you to this setup again, right, where you'll be able to see everything. So if you when you need to re-access the workshops, just go to discord.com and you'll be able to see everything. So yeah. All right, we can get back to the presentation.
Okay, cool. So yeah, so just to reiterate what Ashton said, you don't need to keep clicking your link 100 times. All you need to do is just just log into Discord. If you've already clicked the link once before, the server should already be added to your account. So once you log in, all you need to do is just go to the left sidebar, look for the Teach to Learn logo, click it, and then at the time of your workshop, just join the voice room that you need to join. Okay, cool. Let me go back to the slides. Can everyone see the slides? Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. So just to go over some small rules and expectations. The first one is that we do ask that, don't be afraid to ask questions, but make sure your questions are questions that you really have and are not just to make jokes or fool around. Unless, we're in a joking mood and you can tell that it's fine. Because I'm sure we'll make a bunch of jokes as well. But yeah, just be courteous to everyone on the channel because everyone who's there is there to, have fun, but also learn as much as they can. So yeah, obviously no cursing, profane language, and don't spam the Discord chats because that can get really annoying with notifications. You'll just hear this really like continuous beeping sound and it gets annoying. Also, do your best to participate in activities. Um, I know with Discord, it makes things a little harder to, I guess, stay engaged and I guess be interested. But I promise, if you guys actually listen and do the activities and kind of stay with us, it'll be a fun time. It's not going to be stressful. Remember, we're students as well. We know how to make jokes. We know how to do all that stuff. So don't worry about that. It'll be a fun time no matter what.
Our
Um,
goal is to make this completely distinct and separate from the lecture-based experience you have in your regular school classroom. Um, what we're trying to do is actually just, very short, 30 to 45 minutes, maybe sometimes an hour. Just try to be engaging, have fun, but also introduce you to these new things that you wouldn't be able to see in school. And I understand maybe that some of your parents might have forced you to go to these workshops, um, but I don't want you to have that perspective that, oh, I just have to sit here for like 30 minutes a week for 4 weeks, like I'm wasting my time. Like, just change your perspective and try to embrace this opportunity, because I promise when you look back on it, and if you're actually, willing to be involved and be engaged, um, it'll be just so much more worth it than just sitting there on mute and having your camera off for 30 minutes. Uh, you know, essentially, you'd be wasting more of your time just not doing anything than actually getting involved. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah, also ask questions. There's no such thing as a bad question. And take the time to meet other people. I know everyone right now is so isolated, but with this, you'll meet people from other schools, other states, even. I know someone contacted me who's from California. So, you have this unique opportunity to meet people from all different backgrounds, and it'll be a lot of fun. So, yeah. Last thing, thank you so much for joining our workshops. Thank you so much for registering. We're really excited to have you. Um, if you feel so inclined, follow us on Instagram or Facebook, at official Teach to Learn. Also, please, if you haven't done this already, take the time to do this. Um, join our Remind. I'm sure most of you are in it already, but do it by on your phone. All you need to do is actually, one sec. Let me share my screen. I'll do it for you. I'll actually show you how to do it. Um, so, okay. Can you guys? Ooh, actually, it's probably not a good idea to show my text messages. Not a good idea. Okay, actually, I'll just tell you guys. Okay, so all you need to do is on your phone, start a new message. On the place where you type in the phone number, type in 81010, and then when you type in your message, all you need to do is type in at T2L Spring, and that will automatically put you onto our Remind messaging account so that you can get regular updates through text messaging. Or if you want, you can also download the Remind app, and then you can get notifications through that. Does anyone have any questions on that? I know that can be kind of confusing.
If you do have any questions about how to join the reminder, how to join the Discord, and again, please, please, please join both of them. At least a day before your first workshop starts.
Yeah,
Just email us, let us know, and we will respond like within 30 minutes or something like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's pretty much the end of our meeting. There's one thing I would like to do. I guess I would kind of like to go over a little bit over these future workshops, our current workshops, kind of talk about what they are if you guys don't really know yet. But if you're stripped on time or I guess just bored, it's okay if you leave now. This isn't necessary. I just want to kind of go over, what these workshops are, and then if you, oh, also one thing, if you guys registered already, but you want to also do another workshop, there's no need to like contact me or anything about it. Just all you need to do is look at our schedule, figure out what time the workshop is at the time, just join it. It doesn't matter. We had the registration form just to like know how many people we're going to have. But other than that, you can just anytime just join our workshop. There's no need to like have a whole other registration process for those March ones. Yeah. Okay. Now back on track. So if you guys are interested, I know most of you at this point have already registered for our March workshops. We have this game development one, which is basically a CS course in Python with the end goal of basically just being able to make your own Hangman game with the Python interface. It's not that advanced, but it's a really great way to learn and get your introduction into computer science if you haven't already. And even if you have, it's a great way to just kind of get better at it. I guarantee you, by the end, you'll have a basic understanding or even a somewhat intermediate understanding of how Python works, which is a great way to get started in your coding journey, I guess. We also have a debate or Lincoln Douglas debate, which is really big in competitions in high school and is a great gateway to, I guess, if you want to become a lawyer, if you want to become a politician, having those kind of skills of public speaking and debate um, is something that's really instrumental. So if that's something you're at all interested in, that's the workshop. We'll be going over the competition structure. We'll be going over basically how to get better at debating, public speaking. Um, yeah. Simplified Calculus is essentially just a workshop on like it's what it sounds like, simplified calculus. Because we thought it would be really cool. Since me and Ashton have both taken calculus, I guarantee you it actually isn't that hard. If you know algebra, I can guarantee you you will be able to learn a little bit of calculus within like a couple weeks. And we thought it would be really cool just to kind of offer that. It's a great way to like show off with your friends, be like, hey, I know how to do a derivative, I know how to do an integral. Um, and Yeah, I think that's something that's really fun. I'm sure your math teacher would be really impressed if you know, went to that workshop. Um, and April, we also have another game development one, just another project. We also have an introduction to investing, which is basically a finance workshop if you're interested at all in like learning the art of investing, making money through passive income, basically just learning how to best use your money to make more money. Um, we have two very experienced high school mentors who are really well versed in that terminology, those and have done really well in investing.
Yeah.
Um,
So a little bit more on the investing one. So they're going to be focusing on just very high level concepts uh, in investing. I know, I understand, like, Alex and I are not very, seasoned when it comes to uh, understanding investing and all of that. But what I do know is that you'll learn different strategies like value investing, I think crypto. Uh, of course, it's a very, very high level understanding. It's very introduction beginner, but I think just having that introduction is really interesting, especially like when we were listening in on the meetings when they were creating the workshops. Alex and I found it just really, really enlightening and really, really interesting. So yeah,
it's really cool. Like, I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard of the stock market and all that stuff. So, like, if you want to learn how to like beat the stock market or do well in it, this will actually give you like a kind of rhyme or reason to it. It's not going to be just guesswork anymore. You'll actually figure out ways to do research, figure out the best places to invest, and actually by the end of it, hopefully have the skills that you need to do well in the future with it. It'll be a lot of fun. In May, we'll be hosting a machine learning workshop. Me and Ashton are both very experienced in machine learning. We also have four other mentors who have done it as well. It's really cool. A lot of people do it for science fair projects nowadays. So it's becoming a very popular topic. So if you want to stay with the trend, please join us for that. I guarantee you, you'll find it really, really interesting. And we'll do it in a way that's easy for people to kind of understand. And plus, if you and we do ask that people have a basic understanding of Python. But if you do those previous Python workshops with game development, you will have the skill set you need to join the machine learning workshop. We also have a medicine workshop, basically going over different career fields in medicine. It'll feature guest speakers from different fields, who are professionals, people who have taken, gone through the journey of becoming a doctor, becoming a nurse, or whatever. And we'll be basically asking them to talk about their experiences and how their advice to how you can actually achieve a career in medicine. And then finally, my personal, the one that I'm most excited about is the an environmental sustainability workshop. Basically, it's not just going to be like a presentation talking about different environmental practices or different environmental issues. It's going to be an activity-based workshop that we were actually going to try and hold as an in-person thing. We're going to be trying to actually, as of now, the plan is to actually get started on working, I guess, building what is it, like a garden kind of, sort
Yeah,
of.
like a small garden, and well, I think we still have to set up a lot of the like logistics on that, and set up a lot of things. But the idea is that, you know, at the beginning of the workshop, we're gonna help, like, try to plant some different things, flowers, vegetables, and just kind of learn about different uh, means to achieve environmental sustainability. I think there's like a composting. You learn about the different types of composting and how to do it most effectively. It might seem like, very, I guess, like, beginner. Um, I guess not very interesting at first, but I guarantee you, like, it's actually fun to get involved with this stuff. Alex and I would know, we at our school we got involved with a thing called the Greenhouse Initiative, where we essentially helped create, like, plant a bunch of things in our school's local greenhouse, and we watched them grow over time, and we learned a lot, and it was just really fun. So
Yeah.
yeah, just keep your eyes
It's
out for
more
that.
of a time to, I guess, hang out with your friends, learn about the environment. It's a very relaxed kind of thing. Plant some plants, learn about how those plants sustain the environment, learn about the whole cycle of things, and basically kind of like understand how you yourself can take on projects, um, to help your school, your community with environmental preservation, because that is something that's becoming increasingly relevant in today's society. And we wanted to make sure as an organization to address that and bring that into the fold. So, um,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's pretty much all we have. Um, yeah, and again, if you have any questions, just contact us through email, and we'll respond right away. So yeah.
cool. Okay. Does anyone else have any questions that I didn't answer in the chat? I know some people might have been asking things in the chat. I just didn't look. So, anyone? Okay. Cool. So if that's it, that's all we have. Thank you guys for joining us. Um, yeah. If that's all you guys have, then I guess we'll see you Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, or all three. If you guys want to go to all three workshops, we'd love to have you. Great.
All right. Thank you guys.
You
See
guys.
you.